When Armanda was found, she was barely alive, just a fragile body, hidden in a cage, surrounded by silence and loss. Her guardian had passed away. No one knew she was left behind. Days turned into weeks. No food, no water, no human touch. The cage that once offered her protection had become her prison. It wasn't until someone visited the property in La Zarza, Hatillo, to retrieve some forgotten documents that her story finally began to change. What they discovered was devastating. Several animals had perished, locked away and forgotten. But in one cage, there was still a flicker of life. A young dog, emaciated and trembling, still breathing. That miracle was Armanda. She was barely a year old, 17 pounds, less than half of what she should be. Her muscles had completely atrophied. She couldn't stand, couldn't lift her head, even swallowing was a struggle. But her eyes held something powerful, the will to survive. From the moment she was rescued, Armanda began an incredible journey of recovery. She received gentle, loving care, round-the-clock monitoring, assisted feeding every 2 hours, constant physical therapy. Every small movement was a victory. There were moments of fear, days when it felt like her fragile body might give in, but she kept fighting, and we kept believing in her. Then came the turning point. First, she lifted her head. Then, she stood. With help, slowly, she began to walk again. With support, then, on her own. Her appetite returned, her tail began to wag, and her once lifeless gaze was filled with curiosity and light. Just weeks later, Armanda had doubled her weight. She learned to play, to love, to trust. Her personality blossomed, sweet, feisty, full of joy. The dog who once couldn't stand now runs. She cuddles, chases toys, and greets every new day with excitement. She is full of life, full of hope, full of love. We owe this transformation to the countless kind souls who stood by her side, veterinarians, caregivers, volunteers, and those who kept her in their hearts from near and far. Every hand that reached out, every moment spent with her, every word of encouragement, it all made a difference. To everyone who believed in her when she was at her weakest, thank you. Armanda is alive because compassion won, because love showed up. Today, she carries the name Armanda Milagros, a tribute to the man who loved her and to the miracle that saved her life. Her story is not just about survival, it's about what's possible when we don't give up. From a cage of despair to a life filled with joy, Armanda's story is proof second chances exist and hope is never lost.